Hi, bio students. If you're watching this, it's because you're ready for assignment 2 of your review article writing experience. So if you recall, last time you did a problem tree analysis and did some kind of thought, some brainstorming around the causes and effects of antibiotic resistance, and you formulated a couple or a handful of research questions and settled on 3 that were your most favorite. I've had a chance to read a lot of your research questions and they all look great, so really good work so far. Your next step is to put on here this document your 3 most favorite best research questions that you are most interested in researching. I'm sure you have extras, but pick your best 3. So that would have been what you emailed me, but just get those down on here. And then the next part of this assignment is for you to do some research and try to find some articles that will help support and kind of answer some of those questions. So when you are searching for research articles, I'm going to give you a little overview of the process, and there's a second video that you're going to watch on using databases. So for this project, remember, you are curating research. So this is a really important part of the project, is to look for some of this information that will help to answer those questions. So there's a couple of different resources that you're going to see in the course of your research. One are review articles, just like you're writing, okay? They are summarizing a lot of important research, answering an important research question, and looking at the research of others. You're also going to see academic journals, and this is where you're going to see some original research, and you might even see clinical trials, which can be helpful for trying to answer your question. And you're going to want a combination of both of these. Original research is probably best, but I think having some good review articles to kind of help you with the introduction can be really helpful and really powerful. There's a couple of databases that will be helpful to you. I included the links here. You can use these links and sign in using your Ellis information, or even go through the library as well. I highly recommend PubMed. There's a lot of free research on there that you can pull from. It's a really great one. JSTOR and EBSCO are also really helpful because you can get a lot of those academic journal articles. I'll talk more about this in the next video, but you're going to spend a little bit of time trying to refine your results. Please don't pay for any research. You should be able to find free texts and full text. If it's something that you don't have access to, try to find another thing. There's lots of research out there. I would say you can use review articles, but aim to try to find some academic journals as much as you can. And I'll talk more about this as well, but when I show you kind of how to use the database, but trying to limit your search and refine is going to be really, really important. Looking for articles that are current in the sciences is very important. Research builds upon past research, so something that was published 20 years ago may not be as accurate as something that was published in the last 10 years. Older articles are great for kind of foundation, and some information hasn't changed, but finding things that within the last 10 years is the best. But for historical context, it is totally appropriate to use things that are a little older. I have a table here for you to start organizing some of your research. So as you're doing some searches, pick your favorite research question to start. If you'd like to do multiple tables and kind of see what you get for a couple of your research questions, that's fine, but you need to complete at least kind of one of these tables, or if you want to alter the format and do it to your own liking, that's totally fine. But pick one of those questions that you like the best. And I highly recommend that you pick a couple of keywords to help you search and record what those keywords are and kind of what and then include the links and articles for what those keywords generate. That way, if you had to go back, you could definitely go back and find something or find additional sources using those keywords if you find that some are better than others. So I suggest taking your question and picking a couple of the words in it that are most helpful to you to be able to kind of generate some research. And then today is really just kind of a scavenger hunt almost for research. So you're going to try to find a variety. We're looking for quantity today, not really. We'll minimize these a little bit and look for quality at a future time period. But as you're going through, record some links for some of the research that's important. I would include some notes with it. So as you're skimming at the very beginning, of every journal article, there's an abstract which gives you a summary. The abstract is going to have a lot of really good information to kind of get you started. So I would recommend reading through the abstract, including a couple important notes, and then that is what you need to wrap up. So this is going to be due on March 19th, which is Friday next week, and you just need to share this document with me with your research. You will have some time next week, but I would use that mostly for refining and looking at these sources a little closer. Okay, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and make sure you watch the next video on using those databases to help you search.